Hello, and welcome to the Elevenses Business Show at 7 p.m. Anyway, where we take time out to reflect on our business, the business world, technology, finance, and all things business success. So we are your hosts. My name is Mauva from Malion Accountancy Services. Ladies, please introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Maureen Egbe. I am the Digital Confidence Coach, helping you with your digital processes, strategies, so that you can save time and work on the things you love and make your money.
World, technology, finance, and all.
Hi, my name is Yejide Adeoye of Logic to Create and YA Create. I provide WordPress security services and also laser cutting and engraving services too.
Fantastic. So, as you can see, we have a special edition. We're coming live to you on YouTube. So please, apologies for any, bad behaviors, technology.
Bad behavior here.
Right, wait, we'll see.
I'm here.
No bad behavior tonight.
So, any technology errors and, any slip-ups, so forgive us in advance. So we have some special guests, as you can see. So ladies, they're here to talk about their creative industry. So ladies, please introduce yourselves. Grace?
I'm Grace Ikomi, and I am the founder of Village and Home.
Fantastic. Cherelle?
Hiya, I am Cherelle from Be Jewelicious. We make jewelry.
Fantastic.
Welcome, ladies.
Yes,
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
So listen, let's get into this, because I know you guys got some juicy information to share with us and to help us in terms of the creative industry. So did you want to add any more to it?
Come on, let's go.
Let's go. Okay. All right. So first question. Okay. So I would like to know what led you to this line of business. What was it that actually inspired you to do the business that you're in?
Me?
So Grace, let's start with you.
Grace, okay. So I've always loved home interiors. I've used to buy home magazines, like monthly. I've spent so much money on them. This was before you could view them online on, So I used to buy them from W.H. Smith, read them on the train. I had a big pile of them, and used to just love poring over, looking at beautiful homes, beautiful furnishings. And I've always wanted to start my own business. And I thought, why not start it in an industry that I love? So it wouldn't feel like work. So I decided to start in home interiors. And I decided to start small because I'm a new business. We've been going for a year, and starting with the kitchen products, tea towels, oven gloves, aprons. I just figured I wanted to start small and have things which were easy to post, that you could put through a letterbox and then just grow from there. And hopefully bigger things are to come. Yeah, so this is just the beginning.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Cherelle, how about you?
I started because I was looking for a way to quit smoking. And I needed a activity that I could do with my hands. So I actually started off with using string. So I used to make friendship bracelets. But as it went on, we grew, and now we do beads. My mum, she is also involved, and she makes rings too. So it's really, really nice that both of us, we've actually got that we can share together.
Awesome. Do you know what? I'm actually going to extend the question, because I know there's other creatives in the room.
Who would that be then?
Miss Yejide, you're a creative too.
Yeah. So I started basically on a beading journey similar to Cherelle. Mine was really about trying to relieve stress in my life. And so I went on a holiday to South Africa, and I was literally just pacing up and down. And then my mom decided to take me to a bead shop. And it was just like being like a kid in a candy store. I was like, oh my God, what is all this stuff? So, and again, I used kind of like magazines and stuff to basically learn how to create. So I bought all these magazines, loads of beads, and just sat and was peaceful and quiet. So the jewelry kind of brought calm into my life and took me out of my hectic world and into a total different different world, which I started in 2007. So yeah, I've been on that journey and digressed a bit with machinery and technology.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, it's amazing.
Mauva, have you dabbled in any creativity?
As you know, I have, even with you back in the day.
Oh my God.
Oh, see, you've think I've forgotten, haven't you? Yeah.
Okay.
We used to do some fashion stuff, didn't we, Maureen, together?
Yeah.
Yes. We did a catwalk together as well, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I'm sure
Modeling.
Top models. East London's top models.
I'm sure you know I still got the VHS video.
Oh my God.
I want to see some pictures.
Oh wow.
That's the next live special, guys.
Pictures, please.
So we used to do a bit of fashion, like, obviously dressmaking and things like that. And then I left that alone for a while. I started to study accountancy. And then I think a couple of years ago, I started to dabble in the cake business, just baking cakes. And then I wanted to do a bit more, a bit of icing. And I couldn't get the icing right, so I did a little course in the evening. So yeah, so I'll do little cakes, and a bit of decorating and a bit of like actually, oh God, oh my goodness, I'm a bit a whole decorator too. Oh my goodness,
I must admit,
creative. Who knew?
Nice.
Very creative.
I didn't even realize that, honestly.
Yeah, no. And I mean, I always say to you guys that I don't think I've got a creative bone in my body. But then, I mean, I wish I could be as creative as you guys. But I must admit, I have got my Queen Confidence cards. I mean, but I designed it to a certain point. But I mean, you guys are really, really talented. So I wish I had what you guys have got.
You've got.
I think though, in terms of how you train and how you communicate in terms of showing us how to use IT systems, and even in like your confidence boosting sessions as well, you bring a lot of creative elements to it. And like you said, you've got your cards and you've got your bracelets, but also I think it's just how you have a creative mind, the way you think, and you bring things into perspective in a way that we are able to understand what you're trying to get across and put it into our context. That's my kind of how I
thought I was just being cheeky, but thank you.
No, but I
think everyone is creative to some degree, really.
Yeah, everybody is creative. Yeah.
I would think.
I mean,
so.
I probably wouldn't be able to. Sorry, Cherelle.
No, it's okay.
No,
I was just saying that I struggle, Maureen, I'm looking at your head wrap and I've tried and I've watched videos and it's difficult to get it right. And I'd say you're probably creative in getting that from what I see from you.
Oh, bless you.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it. I'm creative.
You are, yeah. Cherelle, what were you about to say?
No, I was going to say, I feel like everybody that has got a business, that you have to have a creative mind in some way or form, whether you're creating a physical like in jewelry, or if you're in like property, like you have to put things together. To have a business, you have to have a mind that is able to think outside of the inbox. So I think that everybody here is blessed in having a creative mind.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. Well put, Cherelle.
Very much.
Ladies, now I want to know the ins and outs of this now. How did you actually get off the ground? What was, you know, how did you do it exactly? Cherelle, I'll put that to you first.
Well, I think because I started off as like a hobby, you know, when you're buying, when you're like the jewelry making, you're always like buying stuff, like you're always like buying bits, and after a while, you turn around and you've got loads of stuff. Like I had to get my mum to like help me to like add shelves and like units. So then like I've got lots of storage. But I mean, when you say off of the ground, are you talking about like sales or just or like getting out my name out there?
Well, start from the basics, basically. Like as you were saying, you bought up a lot of stuff, and you ran out of storage. So how did you overcome that as well? You know,
you find ways. But I mean, like I was lucky. In like I would make things that they would sell. Like word of mouth is like also really, really good. And also I feel like when your customer service is good, they'll recommend you on to like other people too. So in that way I was lucky. But also I met Yejide through a VOC event through like another friend of mine, and so that also helped to gain customers too. So so through events like social media, I've been able to like build up my name. So yeah, I've been lucky.
that's good, fantastic. Grace, my dear.
How did I start? Yeah, I started, it was quite difficult actually to start because I didn't know where to start. I read a book about how to start a business, and I was reading that on the tube on the way to work every day, and I had a sketchbook that I would sketch products and write all my ideas on. It was just like a scrapbook, really, that anything I thought of, I would write on there. And then I thought, okay, right. I kept telling a friend, oh, I want to start this business. So in the end, she says, look, I'm tired of you telling me about this business. Just start. Just next time, I want you to come back and tell me that you've started. So I said, okay. So yeah, I used my bonus to get started because I knew I'd have to get a website. And I got designers off Fiverr. I used that quite a lot. So I can sketch in rough, but I can't actually, you know, I'm not such a good drawer. So I got illustrators on Fiverr, and I was able to get like the first few products designed and put on the website. And we actually launched at the Black Business Show last year, where I met Yejide.
I'm very busy.
I'm sorry. And Maureen.
You are out and about.
Yes, we are out. So that was the first day we actually got out. That was the day I was aiming for, to say I need to get everything ready by the state. The website was not ready, but the products were ready. The website, we had the web address and everything, but all the products were not on there. So yeah, so it was quite good that we were able to launch on that day, but there was a lot of work in the background, a lot of trying things out and not working and just back and forth. Yeah, so it's going well so far.
That's really interesting that you were able to like start selling and doing your bits and pieces without the website, because lots of people get caught up in, I've got to have a website first, rather than actually going out and doing the business.
Yeah. Because when we were at the Black Business Show, people were asking, do you have a website? Do you have a website? And we're thinking, we do, but it's not up and running yet. It will be up and running, within a month. So just keep checking. So people do want to see that website. I think it does create like a professional image, and it tells people that you're serious if you do have a website. But we were able to get out there without the website initially.
I actually remember asking you about your website as well. But the good thing is that you had social media, so we were able to connect through that way. And then once the website was out, I was able to go on it and see, and by then your product line had already grown and stuff like that. So even then it was worth the wait. But sometimes there is that pressure of having a website and those things in the initial stages.
Yes. We were, I would have liked to have waited until like everything was right, but you can't always do that. And I did want to get out to the Black Business Show. So I thought, okay, well, we don't have everything ready, but we're going to go out there and we'll tell people and hopefully they'll understand. And they did.
Awesome. Can I just throw in a quick question of all of that for both of you, for all of you? So can you remember your first sale?
I don't even remember the first sale exactly, but it was at the Black Business Show, and I was so excited that somebody bought something. I think I was fiddling with it was the first time I'd used the card machine, and I was fiddling with it, and I was thinking it's not working. My husband was there helping me, and he's thinking, just get it right. And you want to look professional in front of everybody else. And but it was very exciting that somebody bought something. It's like, oh wow, it's really, we're really pleased.
Cherelle?
My first sale would have been, I think, at a school fair. So that's like ages and ages and ages ago. So and that was when I was still pulling the string. So it wasn't even like beads yet.
Perfect. Yej, what about you?
I can't remember my first sale. That was like 13 years ago or something.
Oh my God.
I do remember the first piece I made, and I have that. And I always keep it in my studio as a reminder of my first intentions, which I've just gone off on many tangents. So yeah. I think that's the thing about being a creative, right? You just go all over the place. You start with one thing and your mind just goes, and you want to just try and do everything, which is amazing. Which is good.
So would it be your first customer, Wolf? So like your first sale, would it be like your first customer that you got for your accountancy business?
Accountancy, I suppose so, actually. I can't remember who was saying about word of mouth. I think it may be Cherelle, actually. It was through word of mouth, and that's how I get most of my referrals right now, actually, through word of mouth. So I suppose my first one, I was very, very excited and also very, very scared because like it just turned real all of a sudden. So yeah, it was 2013. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
I'm a newbie. You've all been in this for quite a while.
Yeah.
So Maureen, sorry, hello. Coaching.
Yeah, how about yourself, Maureen?
Coaching, at least.
Gosh, I can't even remember the first time, but all I do remember the feeling of was that, oh my gosh, validation, that actually somebody wants this and that it works. Because, when you first start, you're thinking, oh, is anyone going to buy? And that whole thing of, will people pay for the service? Do they want this? And yes, they do. And I think it goes back to what you were saying, Grace. Unless you put yourself out there, set that goal and put it out there, you never know.
Yeah. And it just spurs you on as well when they do like it.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the most amazing feeling for me. And I was just like, oh, I need to do more. Because
Yeah.
when you know that somebody's got your piece or they're wearing your products or something like that, it's just so amazing. And I would just like to say, Grace, right, that I'm always wearing your apron in my house. And my daughter's like, look at this domestic queen. Like,
Oh, thank you.
I moved to my new house and I wear your apron. I love it. Like,
Oh.
the amount of joy I get, the plantain, the okra, everything is
Oh.
different.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you've
I
been
haven't even
so
taken it out of the
supportive.
packet.
Oh, you haven't used it yet.
Mine's not even here.
Oh,
But
thank
no,
you. You
really.
guys have been really supportive. Thank you so much. Thank you.
It
Thank you.
makes a
Thank
difference.
you.
And yeah, it's just that feeling. And Cherelle's bracelets that she makes as well here.
Nice.
So, it's just that thing. I think it is, whether it's a service or a product, is something that that people need and want. And it just kind of, for them to actually get it from you as well, it just makes you feel like, okay, yeah, I am doing the right thing. And
that you're on the right track. Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Definitely. Okay, ladies, so we're going to move on. So in terms of your journey so far, we'd like to know, like, what have been your kind of like highs and your lows, sticky points and good points, since you started. And that goes to Cherelle first.
Okay, hi. So I think the high points for me are like sitting back, like looking at a piece that I've made, like when it's done, and knowing that I've put a piece of my self in it. And then, like, for me, that is so special, because when I send that out, I'm giving out a piece of like me. So that is a high, something that I always that I enjoy. That's kind of like like a rush, almost. Also, another high was like getting my mum involved, because it's always nice when you're close with your parents, but to have the added time with her on them top is like always it's amazing. And we have afternoons where we'll have like snacks and like a few drinks, and like she's got out all of like her stuff and like tools, just like I've got out beads, and we're just vibing, and that for me is really, really special.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that. Tell us a bit if you have had any low points or sticky points, and maybe how you've overcome them as well.
So I think like my stuff that I make is very much attached to like how I feel. So when I feel low, and like it can be hard to maybe find your like creative edge almost. But then it's also about if you've got things that are going on in your personal life, it's about being able to kind of put up the wall and like just get things done. And that's something that I've had to learn, that you have to do, or like you won't make any money. So I think even though there are low points, being able to like push your self through, that always ends up being a success for me, because it just shows that I'm strong enough to.
Definitely. And I think that's quite interesting what you say in terms of creating your products that you put a part of you into it, but in order for you to create your products and to get them out there, you have to leave a part of you on the other side. So it's that thing. Yeah, you have to kind of be, I don't know, not split personality, but you've got to know which is your business part and your creative part, and which is your life, and that's where you'll then start looking at life balance and those kind of things. So yeah, no, that's quite interesting. Grace, the same questions to you.
Okay, so my high points are really when people buy the products, I just really get excited. I used to shout in my house, "Oh, somebody's bought something!" I used to get really excited. And my daughter writes, she does calligraphy, so she's responsible for writing the personal message. And I call her and I go, "Come on, Jamie, come, you're going to write a message." And she gets excited. So we get the family involved as well. And also just being in the press as well has just been fantastic. Like I was in the Voice, in the October edition of the Voice magazine, Voice newspaper, the Black History Month edition. And I was also in the Homestyle magazine, in August issue. And I'm going to press soon as well. I had an interview last week with the Surrey newspaper. And the big one is that it's Christmas. I applied to sell at John Lewis via the Great British Exchange. And I'm going to be at John Lewis from the 14th of December till the 20th of December.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Amazing.
John Lewis,
that is awesome.
That is so good.
That is so exciting. That is unbelievable.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So as long as things open up, I'm just hoping that the lockdown is not extended, so that I'm able to sell. So that is just the.
Oh my God! That's really good. It's amazing.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry, Mauva, did you say something?
No, we have somebody famous then.
Soon to be. Yeah, we're really excited about that. And just that people love the products and people get it, because I don't feel like, I don't want to flog the products. I don't want to, as people have said, "Oh, I will sell the products for you," but I want people to love the products. It's not just about selling. I want them to get the message and love the products and buy them because they love them, not because they're doing me a favor by buying them, but I just want them to feel a connection with the products. And when they do, when I don't have to explain myself, when they look at them and they think, "Oh, wow, I love it," that just makes me so happy that they get the African connection and the cultural bit as well.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's where building a brand is really important. And I think that's what you've been doing. And it's quite amazing that you spoke about starting off in your journey about how you loved magazines, and now you're in the magazines and the newspapers and in John Lewis. That's big. That's really big. That's beautiful. And it's good to see that you have that vision as well. So we wish you more success. We're going to see you like all over the place.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
That's brilliant.
Really.
So with all your good points and, those kind of things, what kind of sticky points have you had, or, low points?
Yeah, well, I think mostly it's because this year I had planned to get out there on lots of markets, which you probably had as well. I had booked quite a lot, and pop-up shops, and my first pop-up actually was cancelled in March, like midway through when the pandemic started. So that was just horrible, because I'd been planning, for it. And it was cancelled 10 days into the start date. So that was quite disappointing. And then also not being able to plan, because you have to order your stock, and you don't want to be sitting around with all the stock. You don't know when you'll be able to go out to markets again. because I think with the nature of my products, people need to see them. People need to see the quality and actually see it. I think I sell more that way. And I'm not able to do that. So that is just a disadvantage for me, that we just have to wait until things open up again. And I had so many plans for this year that I've just kind of put on hold because of the whole pandemic.
Well, I say don't give up. Don't let that stop you.
I'm not giving up. As a result, I've had to expand the platforms that I sell on.
Right.
I've also recently got on Amazon as well, just so I have a far wider reach of my audience. And I'm hoping to get into Amazon US as well. And
can you stop, Grace, please? Thank you.
What's going on?
That's one of the questions for later.
I'm sorry. Okay.
I know you're famous, but come on now.
Yeah, I was gonna say a bit more on that, but obviously.
Okay. I'll stop.
Okay, can I just butt in right at this moment in time, because I think we're having a great conversation and there's lots of you watching on YouTube. So I just want to encourage you guys on YouTube, if you've got any questions or if you've got a point that you want to make, please put it in the comments. We can see them and we can ask our special guests any questions that you may have. Okay. Righty. Next question. That comes back to me, I'm guessing. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, you partly answered some of this this question that we had in mind in terms of about what you do in your business, but I want to get to the nitty-gritty about business itself and the business management. And it's like, what do you enjoy in terms of business management, and what don't you enjoy doing within managing your business? And it could be down to like IT processes. So yeah, what do you enjoy doing and what do you like cringe from? So Grace, let's start with you.
Okay, I enjoy creating and coming up with ideas, coming up with new designs. I enjoy photo shoots and dressing up, what's it called? Staging and things. I enjoy the creative part of it. What I don't enjoy so much, but as a one-woman business, I've had to do it, is the IT. Although I've learned quite a bit because I've had to do it myself, the IT and accounts and so on. Keeping I mean, it's very important. You have to keep records. You have to do all that. But it's just something that I kind of let it pile up on the side, and then I set up some, carve out some time, to do it all. So as soon as I can afford to hire that out, it's going. I can delegate it to someone else, that is going, because I just want to create and come up with new ideas. And
of course. Is there any particular system? Is there any particular IT systems that you don't like to use?
Say Excel.
Oh,
yeah.
Excel's the worst.
Excel. Yeah. I've never loved Excel.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Come into your screen, Yej.
Luckily, I have a quite techie husband who assists me with that. Yeah.
Cherelle, how about you?
So I like to make things with the beads and the bracelets and charms. I love all of that. Things like this, like talking, I don't feel as confident with. But again, it is a challenge, and it's just something that I work on. Yeah. In terms of IT, I'm not great on like Excel.
I'm sorry. I'm just, I'm not great on that, but I love taking pics of my stuff. I like hearing what other people have got to and say. I also like my sessions with people with Yejide as well and MMY. They're really helpful for me, and they build my confidence lots.
Awesome.
Just jumping on what you said, Cherelle, it's just the same with me. I think being quite, I am quite reserved, and having to go out to, to introduce yourself to strangers.
I know.
Talk to people. It's quite, I'm getting better at it. But that was quite difficult at first to say, okay, stand up. You got to say something. You are the face of the company. Everything is down to you. You got to go out and get this business and sell yourself. It's something that I'm working on. That I'm much better actually than I was to begin with, because I would not say anything at first. I would.
But it is hard, isn't it? Because you're putting, even though when you make your products, you were sending out a piece of people. When you're talking, that is very, very different. It's very, very different.
Yeah.
So that's a new vulnerability, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Can I just say though, I mean, this confidence, it does take a lot. I'm not gonna lie, because I used to be really shy and reserved. I didn't used to say
Sorry.
But seriously, I used to be really shy. I would say boo to the goose. I wouldn't step out by myself, that kind of thing. But now, hey.
Totally.
Yeah.
No, I understand, and I laugh as much as I laugh with you, Mauve. My actual true nature is that I'm a very shy person. That's naturally, so it takes a lot. And believe me, after this, I'm gonna have to go and lie down, because
yeah. No, I think I'm the same as well. But I think what drives you and what leads you to growth and all the opportunities that we've spoken about and what our aspirations and that is just the passion and what we have. And it is that when you have your first sale, then that boosts your confidence a bit more. When you do your first showcase or whatever, that boosts it a bit more. And then it's just like, okay, how much more can you challenge yourself? Because at the end of the day, if you want to have your stuff in shops, you might have to pitch. You might have, and people want to know you. People always, they're not going to do business with your products. They may love your products, but they have to talk to you. They want to get to know you. And Grace, that's what you're saying about, you don't want to just sell the product, because you could just give it to anybody, right? But it's about them understanding where you're coming from. And again, Cherelle, yours is about, there's a piece of you that's in there. So if I see a piece of your social media and I'm like, oh, she's doing a bit of blue, oh, maybe she's feeling a bit down, because we know that sometimes she does, according to her emotions. And you write things about love and hope and forgiveness and why you've made a special piece and what it represents. So it is that thing that people are buying into you, the more we want to be successful, the more we have to give a bit, but not give everything. And that's where, again, you have to think about how you do that. And I say though, I remember the first time that I did like an Instagram live. Like yesterday, you would hopped on as well on my Instagram live on my very first one, and I was so scared. I was so scared, and I think that it lasted all like 10 minutes. Yeah, but it felt like hours, and I was so flustered that I just ran off of, I just logged off like really quickly. And that's from seeing somebody like, what? Honestly, I was so embarrassed, but since then, when I do a live, I'm still nervous and I still stutter, but I'm a lot more relaxed than what I was then.
So it is just the process, and I'm going through it and kind of like pushing through your own barriers.
Yeah. And I think it's good to have the right support. I mean, the amount of workshops and presentations, I think the first workshop that I did on MailChimp, and basically Maureen and 4 other ladies were basically who were part of my mastermind group turned up. And then I think one other person or something like that. So I was like, okay. And then further down the line, I've done more workshops, and Maureen's always in the background. She's helping me record stuff. So, and for me, I was really nervous. You have a room full of people that you don't know, but then you have that one face, and then it's just like, okay, all right, I'm calm. I'll fixate I'll just fix on her, and everything else is fine. And I've really like appreciated that and grown from that. So again, it is, what do you need to support yourself and to help you get through that? So it might be your families and those kind of things, business associates and contacts and stuff. So and that's why it's really lucky. Let people know what you're doing, because they may be able to come and support you as you need them to.
And just to back up what you were saying, in the sense, like Grace, you were saying that now people don't get a chance to, due to this lockdown, to touch and feel, but they get to touch and feel through what you explain. You telling the story, making that connection. So for me, it's like once I see something and I'm like can look. I mean, look. I saw the plantain and I'm like, I've got to buy this. I don't want to wear.
I need one. I think
she's trying to frame it, because she ain't worn hers. I would my
I know, but I love it so much. I think I have to get another one. So that I can wear one.
You need to get another one. Oh, that's lovely. That just warms my heart. I'm just so happy when people love the product.
But it's the same of just getting out there and being consistent and building. The confidence only comes from action, and you can't sit down.
You get better at it. I'm getting much better at it. Before I haven't done an Instagram live yet, because I just keep putting it off.
I think that everybody at the confidence, although deep down we still got nervousness anyway. So a bit of nervousness is healthy.
Yes.
I mean, don't look at my bravado, because that's just rubbish. I mean, deep down I'm just shaking. You with me? I'm red wine afterwards. So don't worry. So ladies, next let's move on, because it's like, time is ticking a little bit. So I know that Grace has answered part of this question already, but anyways, how
eyeballing you as well.
I think it was just
it's good.
Oh my gosh.
So how has this time affected your business? Cherelle first.
I think when we had gone into lockdown the first time, I was actually on furlough. So I was restricted as to what I could do, right? And I think it was about 2 months into lockdown, I had a conversation with Maureen, and like I said to her, look, I can't post, and like I just feel like things have just they've just stopped. And I don't quite know how I'm going to get around it. So we came up with a way that I could still post what I was making, but I just wasn't selling. But they was still out there. All my products, they was out there. But the things have like changed now, and so I am actually able, but I'm able again to be up and running. So it has been hard, but I think that again, because when you have a creative mind, and like you are surrounded by the right people, you are able to find solutions to problems. Really.
You're making any new pieces, Cherelle?
Sorry?
You're making any new pieces?
So at the moment, I'm enjoying making these expandable bangles. I've got loads of charms, so they're nice to make themes with. I have some here, so if you'd like to like see some that I have. So I've got these out from like earlier on. I'm not going to shake them too much. I don't know if you can really see if the lighting is good enough to see.
Yes, yes, yes.
But they're nice, and the charms.
Can you just keep on still for a second?
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Aha.
Nice.
Wow. Yeah.
And these are nice because you can make them themed. So you've got like a Paris theme, and there's a spiritual one as well with a lot of like spiritual symbols on there. I haven't actually got it picked up here, but it is. But I have got loads of charms, so it's nice to be able to like group them together and like make something new.
Perfect for Christmas.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes. Definitely. Grace.
So how has the what was the
How has
question?
the time affected your business, basically?
How has the
COVID times affected?
Oh yes, negatively. Well, not all negative, but because I can't go out to markets, it has affected it negatively in that way, because I had signed up for a lot of things for this year, and they've all been cancelled. There have been some outdoor ones. I went to one, but it was freezing, and
wow, that's always a problem, isn't it?
not really good with the cold weather. It was an outdoor one. Oh no, I can't do these outdoor markets. It has to be an indoor. And also because of the social distancing, there's less people coming to the markets. You don't get, the same footfall as you would have got before. So sometimes it's not worth going out to the markets that are going on during the COVID, during this time. So as a result, I've had to expand and sell on other platforms. But then the good point with that is that other people who wouldn't have ordinarily seen the products have seen them. It was all quite new, but it does take time. It does take time in this business. You just have to be patient. Yeah, you just have to adjust and and pivot as
I know, right? The buzzword.
the new word we learn. Gotta find other ways. I think that's the big word in business this year, pivoting. So you gotta find other ways. Yeah,
what about you?
Well, it was a tricky time for me anyway, because I was relocating from London to Birmingham. So I kind of didn't have anything really planned in terms of doing any events or anything like that. And also what I was gonna ask the ladies as well, my daughter has been very much on Twitter and signposting me to all kinds of places, directories and so on that I needed to be on, even with COVID, without COVID. So I had a long list of to-dos to be doing to sign up to. But I think for me, I kind of already knew that I was going to put my business on hold for a little bit so I could facilitate the move and move all my equipment and all that kind of stuff, which, you move from a house, that's fine, but you move a house and a studio, it's just like two different properties and a whole heap of stuff.
Pandemonium.
Yeah. So I think the main thing that I just made sure that I did was just remain visible, and actually kind of found quite a lot of stuff that I'd made from years ago that I was just reposting and just showing people that I'm still there, making myself visible. I think for myself, I've just, not really, a lot of it is about that online work. And this is where I would ask you ladies in terms of, how have you found having to be more online? I know, Grace, you say you don't really like IT. So those kind of things in terms of signing up to different platforms and those kind of things, how have you found that?
That me?
Yeah, Grace, yeah.
Or how I found that? Yeah, I've had to learn. I've had to, you know, if you don't have the budget to give that to someone else, you have to learn. You know, you have to do it. You have to send those emails. You have to get those subscribers to your website, send the emails, do your stories. I don't post as much as I should, but you know, I'm reaching out to a lot more people through Instagram, and it's become better now because I'm getting people reaching out to me now, wanting to help me promote the products. So that's great. Whereas before I was out there looking for the business, sending, you know, products out to influencers and you know, trying to get myself out there. But now I'm getting them coming to me, which is so much better. And I'm getting the right people coming to me, whereas before I was ignorant and I was sending free products willy-nilly to everybody. And not getting the returns that I was expecting. Yeah, but you know, it's just you just learn, you just live and learn. You learn from your mistakes. But now I get people coming to me, and then I can choose who I want to help promote my products. So yeah.
Cherelle?
So let me think. Okay, so there have been lots of the changes. I would have liked to have done more markets and events, you know as well. On Facebook, they've got a lot of like virtual markets now, where you will sign up. They will give you a stall number, and then you can post. So a lot of them say that you can post like up to four times a day, but it is confusing because there are a lot, and you have to like keep up with like all of them. So, but I think that because I like to use a scheduling app at times, which helps with the posting online as well. So, but because it can be difficult to kind of manage all of the different social medias at once. So yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's really interesting that even though COVID has stopped us from going out, it's about how the online world has really just boosted to give us opportunities in that way to be able to continue with the business. And I think also for me personally, it actually gave me an opportunity to actually reflect and look back at the business, at the processes, to see what needs to be managed and what needs to change as well. So I see there was lots of opportunities, and it was about how we could use a negative time to actually be positive for us.
Yeah,
Definitely.
So I do have a question via the YouTube chat. It's from Miss Leisha M. She said, how do you work through a creative block? Now, I'm not sure what she means by creative block, to be honest, but does anybody, would anybody know a creative? Is that like the mind block, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well then.
I tend to just try my best and relax. It may be that I like some incense. I might listen to like music. Often spending time with my daughter, being like really fun, like silly, that really helps too. Like, the more relaxed I am, the easier it is. So yeah, that's how I kind of how I get through it.
Thank you. Grace?
Yeah, I would say look at magazines that for inspiration. Look through magazines. And also I go back to my scrapbook that I started with from the beginning to see what kind of ideas I had at that time. And that helps you to jog your memory as well. Because I used to have this book in my bag all the time, because I always seem to get ideas when I'm doing something else, never when I'm just still. So I'm busy.
I find that as well.
Doing something, so all these things coming in, and sometimes you think you'll remember, but you don't always remember. So I always have to jot them down. So I do go back to that to see what I've missed or what I haven't, taken further or pursued. Yeah, but it helps to have, a pen and paper in your bag all the time with
Everywhere.
you, everywhere to just
Bedroom, shower, everything.
Well, I don't like pen and paper. I rather have the phone so I can dictate into.
Oh, yeah. I can find tea.
Can I say as well that my friends, they also help a lot as well.
Okay.
Like being able to maybe like throw around ideas with like the ones that I'm close to. That helps me.
Perfect.
That helps me a lot.
Yeah. And also when you do go out to markets, people see your products and they say, oh, you should do this in a different color, or you should do this. Have you thought of doing it in this design? So people give you ideas when you go out. And it also, if you ask people as well at markets, oh, what would you like to see? Then they give you ideas as well.
My custom makes, they also help too, because some businesses, they kind of coming back to what Grace has said, they often give you another per perspective on the things.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Yeah.
I think it's a combination of what the ladies have already said. Also when I go running or like have a shower, the best ideas come. But there was something a seminar or something I attended years ago, and the guy said that when you have a creative block, like for example, you have a white canvas, paint the canvas white again. So you just get into the technicality. So what I used to do was maybe just with my laser machine or whatever, just cut my business cards and just get the process going in terms of using the machine, creating something with card, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, now maybe I could create something else with card, but that's not my business cards. And then it's just to get yourself out of that block, because if you stay in it too long, then that's when you start, finding trouble in terms of not being able to create at all. So even if it's the most basic thing, like I said, I'll cut my cards, then I might cut, something that I've cut hundreds and hundreds of times, but in the process of doing that and getting the materials ready and doing this and doing that, I thought, oh, maybe I can cut in a different material, a different color, or maybe I could merge this or just do a totally different country or whatever. It's just that kind of thing of terms of paint the canvas white. It's white already, we'll paint it again, get the brush out, and then before you know, you can do different strokes and different this and doing this, that. So yeah, that's what I've always
I also love to like go shopping. So there is like a bead shop in Streatham where like me and Mum where like we would go. Nice. And to go in and to see everything there, that also helps to get things going.
Brilliant.
Well, Mauve named two of my favorite places: going for a run and a shower. And why I think it's brilliant, because it's like what you guys have said. It's about sometimes when you get stuck in your own head, you need to distract yourself.
Yeah.
And that distraction takes you from that it's a problem. So hopefully it helps you move into the solution side of your mind. Because when you keep thinking, I'm blocked, you stay blocked.
Yeah.
But how do you move to the solution thinking? So it is either take some form of action, painting the white. Okay, or actually go back to what is your objective, what is it that you want to do, and then start slowly working backwards, then trying to break it down slowly. But there's all different things you can do. Listen to who inspires you, but I think the key thing is distract yourself from thinking that you're stuck. so that you can move to the solution sides of things.
And can I just add that I think sometimes what happens in a creative business as well is that you love the creating, you don't love the IT, you don't love getting, you love getting paid. Everything in between is just feels like stress, right? So and so when you're focused on all the other things about running a business and not actually creating a product, that's where again you might start getting the block, and then you're like, oh, but hold on, I just like making stuff, selling it. Do you see what I mean? So that's where you have to start looking at and working out how that can work for you in terms of, if you just want to get a team to do all the administration, like what Grace was saying and what we've said in several other episodes as well. So yeah.
Gosh, Tom is gone.
I know, we've been like nearly an hour, and I have one final question. And also, ladies, we would love for you to share all the information about where people can find your products and how, and we'll also get your links as well, so we can put them into the chat box for people to see later. But my final question is, and we have to keep it short and sharp, do you have any tips for new starters in the creative industry? Or what tips do you have for new starters in the creative industry?
Who's first?
Say that again?
Me or Grace?
Cherelle first.
Me? Okay. I would just say just start. Just start. Like, I think that when you think so hard on it, it starts to feel bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So if you're able to just start, and I would say as well, to get a mentor. I have Yejide, Maureen too, and also it is so important to have like a solid group of friends, like a circle that is tight, that is solid, then that will uplift you, on your journey. But if you want to start, just start.
I agree with Cherelle. Just start. I've been putting it off for such a long time that I wish I had started earlier. Just start. I used to wake up in the morning and listen. I still do listen to TED Talks. I just have it in the background. Just wake up in the morning and have, people talking that inspire you. And it's just a great way to wake up in the morning. And also find people that you can trust, that you respect, who you can. I don't recommend asking too many people, because then you get too many opinions.
For definite.
Get a few people, maybe 3 or 4 at the most, people who will give you, feedback, and who will, give you, who will be objective as well, like honest people who would tell you like it is. And then you can go back to them again because you trust their advice.
Brilliant. Thank you for the advice, ladies. Mauva, Maureen?
Okay. Again, what you guys have just said. My thing is that sometimes if you need help, ask for help. At the end of the day, we've talked about blocks. How do you know what you don't know? And the best way is to find people, seek people that have done it. Don't ask questions of those who have not done it. Ask questions of experts, people of experience, that they can actually help you and show you the way.
And you'd be surprised how helpful people are, actually, when you are honest with people. When I started, I was honest with people, and I thought people who could help me. And I said, look, I'm starting. I don't know what I'm doing, but this is what I want to do. I want to do A, B, C, and D. Can you help me, or can you advise me? And people are really, really happy to help you. They're happy to share their information, because you think, oh, maybe they won't want to help you, but people really are happy to help,
because they understand it's a lonely world.
Yeah.
So everybody's there open to help.
Yeah.
Definitely. Mauva, do you have anything quickly to say?
No, just I concur with all what you said. You know, your tight circle, your not so tight circle, your looser circle, just in case you need to go out there a bit more, you know. And yeah, as you say, like, keep positive, keep reading your confidence cards.
Definitely. That was a good plug.
Thank you. Queen confidence cards, thank you. Okay.
So I would just say, basically, do not fixate on perfection. Be consistent and confident, and perfection is wherever it is, but just keep doing what you need to do. Start and keep it moving. Perfection kind of keeps us back a lot. And that's not what we need. We need to always move forward. So before we go and before we wrap up, ladies, can you tell everyone where they can find you, where, if you're doing any events, blah blah blah. Cherelle, go.
You can find me on Instagram and Facebook. You can just search for me with the Jewelicious, and also on Etsy as well. We'll put everything in the bottom, yeah?
Yeah, in the chat box. We'll put that in the chat box.
Thank you.
And Grace?
So I'm at villageandhome.com, Facebook and Instagram at Village and Home. I'm on Etsy as well at Village and Home, Amazon, Village and Home. I think you have to search for it. And and I've got my products as well ready to show you.
Yeah.
Let me see. I want to see.
Let's see.
I've got the pink okra.
Oh, I need these.
I've got the blue okra and I love it.
So that's the okra oven glove.
Oh, you look lovely.
Thank you. And I've got this. This is a 3-legged pot one. This is a new design.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's a nice one. It's a nice one.
And one more. Sorry. This is like a kente one.
Ooh, Kente, for the Ghanaians.
Isn't it?
Oh, Ghana. Hey,
Very nice.
Our sister.
All bright and bold colors to brighten up your home.
Yes, so and to cook well for the
Yes.
But listen, if you can't cook, you'll still look good.
Yeah,
Exactly. They will look good in any kitchen. Yeah,
Yes,
they will look good in any kitchen.
Can I just say a big thank you to our, I can't say listeners, can I? Our watchers.
That's it. Our YouTubers.
Oh, yeah, okay, our YouTube. So I'm quite new to this, you know. So there's Rachel Barker, and there's a Miss Leisha M, and oh gosh, what have I done? And there's Elias, I think Elias Lifestyle.
Nice.
Fantastic.
So thank you all for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Fantastic, and for the rest of you, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, you guys have been brilliant.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you.
I have. You made me feel relaxed. I was
I'm very
nervous at
welcome.
first, but you've all put me at ease. Actually, I felt really relaxed. Thank you.
We're glad to hear that, and thank you so much to all our viewers for our special guests on our first ever live of Elevenses. That's so awesome. Guys, as we said, we're going to put the details of our special guests in the chat box. Please like, share, and hopefully we'll bring you another live very soon with some more special guests. Yeah, it's been great. Thank you, ladies. You've been awesome. And lockdown 2.0 is coming, but it's all good. We're gonna get through it, and we're gonna
we will come back bigger and stronger 2021.
Yes.
Come back and find us on YouTube.
Yeah.
And John Lewis.
And John Lewis.
John Lewis, December 2020. Yes.
Instagram, Facebook, they're there. Find them and us. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good evening.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Thanks for having us. Bye.
Okay, so we're still live on